one thing I remember about Christmas for me, one memory ni kuhara we na kushona kufura tumbo. Wacha niambie kuna Christmas fulani tulifanya makosa sisi wote kama familia. Hiyo I blame the adults in the room that day because me I no power. Sasa first of all ujue kwa hii sekta ya kiroma unakula kenye unapewa. So hii day nakumbuka wazee wakiangaliana wakasema mtura ya home haislapingi kama ya street but inakuwaga inflamed. So wakaiboil tu vizuri, it was hygienically done. Then somebody came with an idea akasema hii mtura tukule na damu. Alafu makosa kubwa walifanya walikuwa na dip in raw blood. So mimi naona my grandfather anachukua nyama anaweka kwa damu na sema this is what manhood is. Kukula na damu. Mimi nikasiaga nyama.
Ulikuwa na kwa damu directly na
hiyo damu imechinjwa iko kwa sufuria. Kwa tunaweka direct. Haikuboiliwa. Inafanga iboiliwe. Ikiboiliwa then inakuwa part, it's now safer, right? But tuliamua tuifanye kama Wamasai. Wamasai pia wao wanakuwa na design zao. Alafu kuna vitu wana treat nazo zenye maybe haujui. Sasa tukaamua tufanye hivyo kienyeji. Everything was fine. Until mimi nikajisikia ghafla bin vu saa 4:30 ya usiku
na nile unaweza shikilia base.
Sasa hiyo tumbo yako inakuambia ni either wewe utoke ama mimi nitoke. So you too. Mimi nimeamka bio
bali unakimbia.
Buda naenda napata choo iko na line. Why all niggas awake though? Na vile ninatoka peke yangu unapata wasame japo kwa choo. Kila mtu wenye wanangoja kwa choo wako huko wameinama wanakaa na mastigo deadly ndio wasiachilie. Mimi nikaona
problems. Uniambie kama poor people don't have the same problems. Unaona hata when you oversleep at home wanakutangaje? Huko ni wapi unaishi? Wanakutanga
mali ya dunia.
Ni mali ya dunia lakini tuko wapi? You need it. You need money.
Hi guys, this is your boy the Melanin King and this is Life Unfiltered podcast. If it is your first time to be here, all I'm telling you is karibu sana. And if you're a returning subscriber, you've been watching us all the way until today, bado tunasema asanti sana. Today we have a very unique episode. As you can see, I have 5 plus me is 6 amazing gentlemen, and all we're going to do today is a Christmas Eve edition. Everyone is going to give us a story about how they grew up and how they celebrated Christmas back at their homes. The reason why we are having this episode is simply because over time things have changed. We no longer have what used to happen previously wakati wa Christmas. So I want us to look back at what used to happen then and also what is happening now and what they're anticipating for this Christmas, and possibly they can also tell us what they're looking for or forward to in this festive season or in this Christmas period. So karibuni sana, they're going to introduce themselves, tell us their names, what they do, if they have any social media handles, but I'm so sure these are common faces, you have seen them previously. So we will start na hapo mbele on my left.
Okay. So for those who don't know me, Derek here did. By my TikTok account is Lord Yadid. YouTube account Pilgrim and Co Productions. So what I do is just filmmaking and editorial photography. I'm looking forward for the session. It's about to be amazing. Yeah.
Next.
Cool. My name is Dennis Raj. I'm, as I usually put it out, a hustler. Social media Dennis Raj. Ukienda TikTok, ukienda Facebook, ukienda Instagram, that is the name. Yeah, I'm ready for the session.
Very nice. Mimi naitwa Wesley Jeff. TikTok, it's JWes, mostly it's _JAYWES. And I also have a YouTube channel, it's called Life on Levels. Subscribe pale. I'm a content creator and also lawyer politician, but I'm very ready for this.
I'm Simba. On my social media, on TikTok, I'm KC Simba. On Instagram, King Simba. And on YouTube, KC Simba as well. I'm a content creator, music fanatic. Yeah, this is about to be sick.
Yeah.
You're not ready for it?
Yeah.
Wow, my name is Mtemi Eli. You'll find me on TikTok, Instagram, Temi_Eli, and on YouTube as well. I also shoot content, but specifically based on African originality. As you can see, my skin tone is a typical African boy. So when you get to my YouTube channel, you won't get bored.
Yeah.
I hope we're going to enjoy these unfiltered life stories. Too much nostalgia. Welcome, man.
Oh wow, Wajaluo na Kizungu. Jaluo Kisechi.
Yeah, natumianga ofisi yetu na behalf.
Clearly, that's what we do. So I think before we get into that segment where directly we're going into how Christmas was for you when you're a child. Nataka mtu tu aniambie, kila mtu tu aseme, how has the year been for you? Are you one of those people who are saying, sasa, itoke tu tuingie 2025? Because this one clearly was not my year. So I just want you to tell us, how has the year been for you? Do you feel like some of the things you really wanted to do, you've been able to do them? Basically, tell us something about your year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're starting again from yeah. Ama tuanze leo wapi huku?
Born ready. So back in the day, I mean, when we were closing to 2024, a lot of was on my plans, but some have been achieved, some not. This has been a very tough year. At least I took part in partly revolutionizing our country. I really fought for this country. I hope they'll not come for me though. But it's been a very tough year, and as you can see, some managed to reach up to this point, some didn't. But either way, we appreciate the Almighty. It has been a good journey of learning. This is my first year out of campus, man, and it's tough, bro. The reality is hitting so hard. But either way, we're ready for it. We have to make it by either means.
So in a scale of 10, how would you rate your year?
My I could give it 6.5.
So the 4 was a bit tough.
The 4 was a bit tough.
3.5.
The 3.5 was good in maths, man.
Tuliwasindikiza.
The 3.5
Mimi na Simba tuliwasindikiza.
It was just there.
The 3.5 was washed away with a lot of things, as you can tell. Because we plan, but God decides. That's what I believe in. But hopefully,
kuna maquotes. We plan.
Fresh from university.
The wisdom is
not really that fresh, because nilimaliza mimi nimesoma Moi manze, that seems like
Umemaliza Moi.
Now they go for holidays for 2 years.
And it's not fresh. Come on, it's not fresh.
Not that fresh.
He cleared in 2014, he graduated last year.
Yes. So the year has been tough, but we don't discredit the successes that I've made personally.
Yeah.
I just have to recognize that, and it's a step ahead. Hopefully, in the coming years, many of the dreams that I have gonna be achieved.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what I can say.
Anything we're looking forward for you to do that is gonna engage the community and you'd love support?
I'm gonna get back to my content seriously.
Oh, wow.
I've been asleep for some reasons, and I'll bounce back strong. So get me on my YouTube, specifically on my YouTube. On TikTok as well, don't mind. Yes.
Okay.
The year, how has it been?
2024. 2024 was a crazy year. I'm not gonna count. It was insane. It was insane. There were some dark days. There were some good days. There's some goals that were achieved. There's some things we had to drop behind because they weren't working out. But everything I'd say is 2024 was a lesson. Definitely. For me, you know, people are saying 2023 was a lesson. 2023 was a different year. 2024 for me was a complete lesson. Learning how to live with people, how to grow myself, what to do here and there. the idle time was not just idle, you know. So it was a very interesting year. I'm not gonna cop.
In a scale of 10.
In a scale of 10. Hey.
Ukisema hizo my hey looks like it's a 3.
I'll give it a 4.
You give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4 because of the thing, our amount of failures that was there, so I'll give it definitely a 4.
So too much lessons,
Yeah,
too many lessons you had to learn this year.
Yeah, too many lessons for sure.
Interesting. The governor himself.
Governor's prayer.
Yeah.
For me, my 2024, I'll say, coming into 2023, mimi wanna set goals kidogo. Because I don't want to set many, but because I like to progressively move. So I had like 3 goals at the beginning of the year. I'd say one of the proudest ones, kuna mtoi, I have an initiative ya kupeleka, like to bridge the gap between for needy kids who are in primary school and need to go to secondary school. So nianza tu penye I can choose. So one kid, and through my TikTok community, tukapeleka mtoi 1 year tuition fees ako sawa. So hata tunataka kukaa chini na mtoi tu assess sasa our year how it has been, aniambie venye iko. So that was really proud. It was one of the 3. And then the other 2, one of them was YouTube, another was also school. So malizane nazo zote. So I'd say I've achieved all those 3, but nonetheless 2024 has been full of lessons. So if I were to give my 2024 a rating, I'd give it maybe a 6.
Wow.
Give it a 6. Because pia hizo mavitu nimelana hapo katikati, they are worth learning in between.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A 6 is good. A 6 means it's above average.
Yeah.
So it was slightly good for you.
na nikafutwa kazi.
Oh.
But
we move regardless. We listen, but we don't judge. Masikia Lord, we listen, but
we don't judge. Don't judge.
Raj.
So my 2024 nilianza nikisema this is my year. Unajua sisi wale watu tulisema this is our year.
Yeah.
But I didn't know exactly what this year was. I mean what this year was, how it meant for me. Ilikuja a point nikakuja realize now that we're getting to the end of the year that this was a year of self-realization, knowing exactly what I'm supposed to go for, aligning my dreams, focus, you know, just trying to find the balance kwa hii life, you know. Talking of jobs, tumefutwa kazi wengi, but tuko bado.
Yeah.
It's just that this year has shown me lazima nijitambue, nijue exactly what I need, so that when it comes to 2025 onwards, at least niko na focus. I know exactly what I'm going for, or rather what I should do. Just like my brother said there, bouncing back to what you used to do. I think this is the year that imenifunza I have not bounced back to what I've been doing, you know.
Yeah.
Like the previous times. So if I give it a rate, I also give it a 4.5. Yeah.
So since everybody is talking about the jobs, 2024, so for me it was kind of crazy because at the beginning of the year I didn't even have like a job. I'd lost, it's a long story, but I lost a couple of things that I had going on in 2023, at the end of 2023. So coming into 2024, I'm coming into the year with nothing, confused and lost, just like some really low vibrations. Alafu, I'm gonna give my year a 10 before I even tell you why. It's a 10, yeah? Like it's just a 10 out of 10. Because this year, I feel like I've been on autopilot all of my life, entire life. And I feel like this year is the year that I actually got to be in charge of life. You know?
shit, that's good.
So it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's good.
If you've been on
Being in
autopilot,
control is underrated, man.
So it was kind of crazy. It's been a crazy year for me, but me coming to understand what life is and who I am and what I have to offer life not from a place of like influence or maybe just manipulation or being coerced or rewarded, but from a place of just existing and knowing that this is it's literally everything for me. That's why I'm gonna give this year a 10 out of 10, you know. So yeah.
Past 10.
Unit to go below average.
I feel like for me this year, in a scale of 10, I would give it a 4, because first of all, when the year started, I had very high hopes of I was looking forward to getting a certain job in the government, and I was so sure I was going to get it. I was 110% sure I was going to get it. And this is the reason. I knew, it's one thing to be confident, it's one thing to be overconfident, and it's one thing to be qualified and believe you qualify for the job. So I was confident and qualified. Still I am. But I don't know what happened. I can't really explain what really happened. Vitu tu zilifanyika kwa ground. But what I came to learn later on is the people I competed with at that time, some graduated before me. So it was based off, well, katilifika kwa mchujo, because we had really tied, every qualification matched. But now, to cut the ties, wakasema they wanaenda na age. So honestly, that really broke my heart.
Still children.
So makosa yako ilikuwa
Yeah, kwa nini nilizaliwa baadaye?
Makosa yako ni kuchelewa.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really felt sad. I felt like I deserved the opportunity. But again, looking at the people we are competing with, they equally deserved the opportunity. None of them was given on an unfair ground. All of us were qualified, and finally, they're actually products of Moi. So one of them were qualified.
Thank you for favoring those guys, man. They deserve it. If they are for Moi,
Yeah.
I have no comments.
So they equally, I mean, everybody deserved a chance, but later on I came to appreciate the fact that they actually deserved it better because they were outside way much more. Ni ile unajua saa zingine unakaa unasema I've really struggled a lot. I wish watu wangenipatia kazi. Wajua ile shida nimekula. That's why I need this job. That time you tell yourself I actually deserve it more than they do. But later on you come to appreciate and realize that actually this was their time and not yours. But before I came to terms with that, it was not easy. I remember nilikuwa nakaa hapa hivi nasema na vile I was telling myself I'm going to move from this house. I'm going, those things you keep telling yourself once I get this job because you're still going to get it, and a lot is going to change about your life. So I learned to appreciate that you can be good, but not at that time. You might be good at something or good for something, but not that time. Yeah, so time yako bado. So accepting that was such a challenge for me, but later on I had to. So that was one. And then I put myself together and decided that, I'm going to continue with life. So as I continue with life, I decide to focus more on, that's why hata naambianga watu vitu zingine zikifanyika zinakusaidia open up your mind, because like I launched a foundation recently, Seed for Hope Foundation, which is a win.
Very amazing.
Yeah,
very amazing.
So I think the reason why I was able to do that, focus on that, is because in a job lilienda. You trust me, chances are very high that I would not have.
For sure.
Ningekuwa nasema nitaanzisha tu. And believe you me, after, because this was in March, after I lost the job in March, the opportunity in March, I now became intentional about content, because this was the time I was at 5,000 followers on TikTok.
So it was more of like redirection.
Yeah. That's the thing. So I immediately became intentional about content creation, and I started now posting more and getting in touch with that side of me that I had decided to put it aside, because I was among those who were never so proud about telling people I'm actually a content creator, because I feel like it's not a job.
What
Yeah.
Let me tell you, to be a content creator now is similar to what back then people used to take musicians.
Yeah, that's
You understand? Your same
crazy. So unaisema ukiogopa like find something.
Ama hata unakosa kusema alafu unakwambia sina kuonaga tiki.
But I love that I also learned to appreciate that I'm actually a content creator, proud one. I go when I'm introducing myself, part of my titles is I am a content creator. I do social commentaries, I do relationship advice, I do lifestyle. I am able to speak it out loud. So I love that fact. So the foundation, and then now being intentional about content creation, that is now the YouTube, and the fact that I not only started the foundation, but right now it's actually running. It's up and running. And that's why even on 8th of December we have the mental health talk for men. Yeah, we have the mental health talk for men, which will be taking place at the Meridian Hotel. So I'm saying, I say that for because there are certain things I really wanted to do and they have not really happened, and I feel like on my end kidogo zimevuta hii mwaka chini, but I actually celebrate and appreciate the achievements I've been able to make. And kitu moja naendelea kujifundisha hadi sahi is gratitude. I think I'm an ungrateful human being.
Very ungrateful.
Una agree?
Kuna kitu
Why am I saying so? Because this guy came from 5,000 followers and at this moment he's a 100 plus.
No, that's a weird. That's crazy. This guy texted me when he was at 3,000. Me, I started following him when he was at 3,000. Because there's this thing, like I was telling you guys off camera.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter if you're a small content creator. If I think you have that and I have, like, I make it a habit. Like whether it's a chick, whether it's a dude, I'll come into your inbox, tell you keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you just do it. Don't worry if it has one person. No maana sahi mimi nasema niko proud niko na 81 subscribers. I'm subscribers and okay. But this guy texted me, but he didn't know. I think you texted me after you realized I followed you. I can't remember what the dynamic was. But he texted me when he was at very like minimum followers. So akaniambia, hey Wes, I see, I like what you're doing, I like your content. Nini nikamwambia bro, hata unaka. And to be honest, me I had sort of like thought this guy with the way he has that edge or in saying these things that people think but don't want to talk about. I knew it was only a matter of time. So the next time we're talking, I got 15K. The next time 25,000. The next time 50,000. The next time I many Peter. And I'm like, you know what? Fast. That's exactly what I was telling him. You have to just do it. Yeah, that's happened.
It's true. I'm one person, and I think I've even told Karanja before that part of the challenges I have is I focus more on the things I don't have and I really want them, and I forget about the things I've already attained and appreciate that I have that. Because to be very honest, Wes has been on TV a lot of times, and it is something I used to see him do, and I would desire that. And now when I got it, I didn't even appreciate it. I was like, TV is normal. Now I'm doing it. I don't see it as a big deal. So I'm like, what's next for me? So that's why I'm saying I need to learn the art of being.
I think just on that, there's something called centering. Centering is something that reminds you what your goals were vis-a-vis where you want to go and where you've come from. Because if you don't, one of the most powerful things Ninja can say, happiness can become a drug like any other. In the sense that now happiness is not a feeling, it's a high you chase. So and he gave an example in terms of educational qualifications. Assume mse mwenye hakumaliza form 4 but dream yake ni kushika PhD. So atatoka form 4 afanye hiyo form 4 apate KCPE, atatoka KCSE apate aingie hapo afanye ka course ka certificate, afanye diploma, afanye degree, afanye masters, afanye PhD. So along all these steps, if he or she does not stop at each step and remind them, okay, I've earned the certificate, congratulations, now let's refocus. But if at the point he gets the certificates and the first thing you're thinking is sasa the diploma, you never really stop to feel happy about what you've
That's
just
true.
done. So wewe unaenda hiyo time hata ukafail, tuseme ufike kwa masters ukose kuproceed ama uko delayed, utajiona ka failure forgetting that you've come 6 steps and missed one. Una get? So hiyo centering inakusaidianga na unakumbuka okay, hii mwaka nilianzia na 5k. Sawa. Sasa hii ni kwa 100k. Hiyo ni achievement watu hawaachivingi vingi. Una get? Stop, think about it, appreciate it, then set a new goal.
True that.
Yeah, so
Very powerful.
hiyo ni governor.
Saa zingine lazima ukae chini. Ukae chini ufunzwe, ulearn, uelewe. Like right now, that was a lesson for me to learn. And I'm thinking that in the year 2025, things are going to be different. I'm going to appreciate my small wins and see them as something, a stepping stone towards, or focusing to, it's actually a light. So yeah, here we go now back to what we were supposed to do. Talk about Christmas. And what used to happen when you were a kid? What can you remember? What are the memories you have about Christmas when you were a child? Back in, is it Muranga?
Nairobi.
You were born in Nairobi?
Yeah, I was born in
Nairobi. Nairobi by bus.
Actually, Sumijipata too. So that's like usually, growing up in Nairobi, we usually had the normal thing, just dress up. Because anyway, I think Christmas is as a Kenyan, we were more into that dress up, the dress up culture. You need to get your clothes right and everything, yeah. So by the way, because I remember back then, even young, when I was young, we had gone to Isili to go and get some clothes, and then nikafika huko kwa mall, and then I saw some chains. Nikamwambia madam nata staki mango, me I just need the chains, yeah.
So the bling bling started
kitambo baby, kumbuka. I was like, I just need the chains because at that time 50 Cent was on, like everything was just like G units, nini. Everybody was just putting on chains and eyes.
Which year is that?
50
What tunavalo ya 05.
I know, right? But it's funny, that bolo logo looks like hiyo logo ya bolo inakaa kama wewe. Is it me or
story ni hapo. We listen, but we don't judge.
So it was like Christmas was really, wild. It was lively, and I loved the spirit. Even though I didn't understand what was happening, all I understood was just the time of people to get together, eat, and all of that. But now as I'm growing older, or rather where I'm at the moment, kwanza sahi penye niko, I don't even know how this Christmas is gonna be. I'm just more like expected to it. Like I'm expecting good things, definitely. Not because it's just Christmas per se, but because any other day just needs to be good for me personally. Like I need that, yeah.
So what do you feel you're going to do different right now as an adult celebrating Christmas that you used to do as a child, but you can't do it now as an adult?
I don't think there's anything I did as a child that I can't. Maybe something that I couldn't do as a child that I can do now. But the other way around.
Tell us about it.
If it's dressing, I'll just dress up normally. If
so in short, umetuambia utanunua nguo ya Christmas.
Naweza nunua, lakini not because just Christmas, but naweza nunua na nipate niko na nguo mpya enough za kudunga this. Like unaambia sana nunua kitambo akisema ni akisi.
We need to talk about the stigma surrounding but unanunua nguo ya Christmas, because where is the fault in buying nguo ya Christmas?
Yeah. By the way, I think nanunua nguo ya Christmas. So yeah.
Because when it comes to Muslims, when they're celebrating, they go to Isli and buy outfits for Eid. Why is it that now us we're being shamed, stigmatized for buying clothes for Christmas?
But it's not even umesema kitu and I think it's gonna make my Christmas different this year. And it's that aspect of, before I used to go to Christmas because Christ, that's what I used to do, Christmas. But now me says enda Christianity for the sake of Jesus, you know, Kitakwana, people haven't even been doing Christmas for Jesus. I thought it was for Jesus, but apparently it's not even for Jesus. And then me having that kind of understanding that I have now, I can't just do Christmas in the way I used to do it back then, because I remember, by the way, we used to have this kind of understanding that it's baby Jesus and stuff. We're celebrating the, you know, like the birth of the Lord and all of that. But now coming to a place or a space where I'm at the moment, and then realizing, you know, it's definitely because whatever people say, conspiracy and all of that, blah blah, all of that. But nowadays, I don't even care about is conspiracy or not, because we've lived in a life where we've always put things aside or toss them away as conspiracy of all of that. But it's not helping out. If information is valid, it's valid, regardless of whether we agree to it or we're comfortable with it or not. So Sainiki celebrate Christmas. It's all for me, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be for any person, because Jesus was not even born on the 25th to begin with. So Sai, I just wanna have fun for me, man.
Mimi niko na maoni hapa.
Hata utangoja time yako.
Kitu nimerealize about kuwa Mkristo, because we are a Catholic, is that for you to be Christian, a lot of the time you have to accept to be ignorant as well. Like you have to
overlook a lot of
things. So niruhusu tu nikubali niamini Yesu alizaliwa tu. Hiyo ndio tu my contribution.
That's what I used to be. That's what I used to be as a Catholic.
So Christo.
Chris A. Si ni sawa basi. Christo.
Sasa mimi back then from Madari North tungeingia matunda basi. Sasa hizo umefanya shopping ya
hallelujah
Fubu Reeboks matunda nikaanza tu basi unafika pale country bus mnafinyana hapo hivyo mmebana
mmefunika mameza huko
wangu nenda wapi ushago ushago kufika huko the focus hata inakuwa kwenda church competitions za this Christian carols unajua mimi tunaimba hizi mavitu tunafika pale mbele competitions, you know, from different churches, you know, those things we do. Alafu after that unajua ni kwenda kusosi makuku manyama, you know, those things. And then afterwards now you come back rudi bado kwa mtaa kukimbizana in life in Nairobi back then. But currently if I take it for example last year mimi nilikuwa job
atambui Christmas
atambui Christmas ni nini uko job buda niliingia kazi like 10 am unatoka karibu kule 7 8 9 so there's no much going on for me back then back last year. But what I think I want to do this year, now that I am free to live with Okazi, I want to take time for me. Mostly nilikuwa nafanya maneno mengi kuhusu
cheka na watu walifutwa kazi.
Ni noma.
Survival is winning, Frank. You're here, bro. You're still here.
Very strong. That's right. I think what I would want to do differently this year is create time for me. Yeah, personally, just cook that good meal. Have those friends that they want to stay. You know, those that wakona the same feeling. Tukae tu pale to appreciate life. Tukule, enjoy some good Christian. I mean, not Christian, but Christmas movies, and just pass the time as we wait for the coming year, you know. And Boxing Day, sisi ndio tutajini. Boxing Day mwanzo inakuanga kupigana ama inakuanga
kufungwa boxing. Unajua zaidi kwa na kwambia kwenye hii mentality 25 kuna Christmas fulani na sikumbuki ni gani. I think audience wanapo fact check hii story ama I made it up.
Maybe you did.
But Boxing Day anakumkanga ile kwa hizi calendars na kuaga ocha. So imesakol Christmas and Boxing Day
in red.
So in red. So mimi niko hapo niko like hii Boxing Day na kuna about nini. Alafu it's like we live the same life. So pale ukiangalia ile TV, sasa hiyo TV ni Great Wall ni like black and white cause kunaenda ocha. I remember walifungulia TV. Nakumbuka Congestina was fighting that.
I remember that time.
Boxing on Boxing Day is boxing.
It's boxing.
Me, I didn't know, only for me to come later to find out that boxing is unboxing gift. It's a white culture thing, right? Ni ati
watu leka gift kwa tree.
Ndio maana niko
like gift
huyu ako today years old na imagine ni unboxing
zote watu walikuwa neka kwa tree kama hii hapo chini kesho watu wanaziamua.
Yeah, and it's primarily a white culture thing. So
it's not even an African.
It's not even an African thing.
No, najua leo maza. Mimi Christmas was never enough. It's never a thing. The whole thing was not
Chana na unboxing day na Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. This time Christmas is gonna be something that I'm doing intentionally.
It's for you, yeah,
because
sure.
if you're saying, I don't wanna say no, because most of us we're just doing things because we see people doing them, but we don't even have a reason for it.
Yeah.
Jango mesa mi Chris yangu highlight ya Christmas yangu. One, I think it's something that got inculcated in me, but I never knew that it would be something that I treasure a lot. Ukienda sasa kwa TikTok yangu kuna video na kuaga nimepin. My TikTok is it's_JUS. And that video is me taking my cousins to a dam. So I personally, hata nikiwa na pressure too, I like places with maji like water, like two waterfalls. See bafu. Nasi maji ya shower, like a water body, like waterfall. Dam. So I didn't know hiyo kitu, it gives me some sort of calm hata nikiwa na pressure. So Chrissy ilikuanga kitu ilikuwa inanibamba na Chrissy ilikuanga ku travel the journey. Hiyo safari tu ya kuingia mat saa 11 usiku. Naona like nikienda ndio jua inaanza hiyo kitu ilikuwa inanibamba ni aje.
I relate.
Overtake was such a big deal, bro. Like at gari tunapita gari zingine, I would feel like hata naweza wakalia wambenyi kwendeni huko. Unaendeshwa na mgongo slow bona. Haya, then it would be kufika pale Gilgil. There was a place where walikuwa nauzanga some yogurt. Like this was how my Christmas used to play out. These were things that I had to do to feel like it's a Christmas, right? So kuna maziwa ilikuwa nauzanga hapo ka yogurt. Then we get to the first town center, tunapanda gari ingine, tunafika town center ya Ocha, tunakujiwa. Na sasa wenye wako Ocha.
Wanalaki wageni wa Nairobi.
Wanalaki wageni wa Nairobi. Hakuna pikipiki. So hakuna pikipiki, so ni bike. So ni one of my uncles would be sent to come get them zigos and carry obviously me. So mina kwa bike to nikifika home grandma nini. So the highlight used to be one, the food. I remember for us it was the food was the highlight, like tunachinja mbuzi gani. All of us when we get there we want to see who's dying today. Which god is going to die today. Ikiwa kubwa tuko like Christmas. Ikiwa kadogo unaanza kufeel like jo. Sasa kwetu hata in fact mbuzi mbili hazitoshi. Ni tumekuwa wengi. So and then it inachinjwa 24th usiku there's a thing in Mogadamu nini. Then tomorrow sasa ni mapishi. Mass asubuhi, watu waende mass, tuende hivyo, tutoke kae. Hata mass ya Christmas mimi sikuwa nasikiza kitu. Mimi nilikuwa tu ina click tu home. Mimi nilikuwa furahi ikifika ile time ya wakati kuna hiki tunasemanga salamu za
Maria.
is the like yeah, man.
Maria Joe.
I'm not Catholic.
Salamu za Iwani like unasalimiwa safe. At that point I would know mass inaenda kuisha. So I'd be very happy about it. Then hapa kwa unafika tu hivi around the home, so unasikia tu nyama ina. Then we would eat. Then we would take soda. Soda ilikuwa inakujanga like nika event. Ilikuwa inakuja crate mbili za soda buda unaona. So hizo crate mbili, and then now this is where was important. After kukula watu wanatoka wanaenda ma stroll zao. So the stroll used to be at the dam. So it depending on how people are feeling, it would be one or the other. So kulikuwa na dam tatu around kwetu. Moja, mbili, tatu. So we go to the closest one. Watu wanapiga picha nini. So I built a culture of wanting to go to the dam during Christmas. So now fast forward years later, I still do the dam tradition. Everything else considered, of course, excitement ya kutravel iliisha, cause mostly I'm the one who's driving, so kuna kuchoka, so it's not the same. Then tunaenda home. Now my cousins are many, they are like 20 plus, so ni kushikana na wachukuanga na wapeleka kwa dam, and they, in fact I don't know, can I play a video usikie venye wanapiga kelele? I just want to hear the first part of what they usually, it's a thing that now has become a tradition for us in our place. I don't know if I'll play it for you, Wesley Jeff. So yeah, like your dam is part of what I consider to be proper Christmas. But I'll play you the video, but sign a load. So yeah, dam is very important for me.
Okay, so acha tuone kama alikuanga Rwanda ama alikuwa Kenya. Kijana Kagame.
So you see, my dad is Congolese, yeah? So I got my whole childhood was in Congo. And my dad wasn't a religious kind of nigga, so he didn't believe a lot in religious things, Christ and all that. No, really. Nowadays he's the older they believe. The older than chopper and so they will look this side. So when we grew up, we believed in Santa Mo, as we called him Père Noël, Father Noel direct, Father Christmas translation. So every day,
That's French.
yeah. Okay. So every day, every Christmas, we had a gift and all that.
Yeah.
And then I stopped. I didn't believe that bullshit. Because when they come back home, they bought sodas and snacks, and then they're like, you see, you're not drinking soda because you did this and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're bullshit. This nigga doesn't know. So it was mostly just spending time just between us.
Family.
My dad was never, he wouldn't invite the outside family, but his family, like him, mom, kids, we just sit there, eat, enjoy the day and all that. And then slowly it started changing. He started getting into other people's norms, you know. He would like, the next one was in Rwanda. Rwanda, it was also different. And it was a completely different story. It was more into Christ.
Wow.
There was no such thing we are spending time at home. No. Everybody is going to church. We'd go for the first service, the second service, the third service. Then we go home. My mom is super religious, religious. And then now in Kenya it was nice. I like the one in Kenya because it was different. We weren't talking about somebody we don't know. We weren't talking about Santa. We were talking about Christ as well. We just sit at home. Everyone from all sides would come at home. Now, tunachicha kuku, goats. We're just eating meat. It was super fun. Like, the best ever. Last year, it was the same same thing for sure. We're just spending time at home enjoying liquor. Everybody's drunk. Everybody's fun. It's so nice seeing on people drunk.
No maana upendi Rwanda unaenda
Mara tatu.
lakini hapa
Drinking hapa.
But this year I want to try something new. But either way, I still love the idea of spending time with people. But now I want to spend time outside of just family. You know, I want to spread it. You know, we're spending a lot of people at the same time, enjoying Christmas together. Christmas is about each other. Every human on earth. We're not being stingy. If you can help the people outside, bring them in. Let's eat all of us. You know, let's all enjoy it. So yeah, that's the tradition I want to do. That's the
part of
best
your video.
Oh, it's hard to
to
play.
do.
You see, like it's a thing. So now, right now, even their mothers are telling. So even right now, right now they're asking their parents. Tunaenda lini ndo twende dam. So the dam became so significant.
It's no part of culture.
Wameshiba nao. Kishwa ni huko.
Mi nitaanza na zile changes naona zimefanyika sahi, especially when it comes to Christmas. I feel like we have become adults and become selfish. Because kitambo, me I would see people do it as families. There was a lot of family get-togethers. But right now, everyone is competing to go on a vacation and show people that, you all are going back to Sharks for Christmas. Me, I'm going to Dubai. I'm going, So it has become more of a solo celebration, solo event, where everyone is trying to show off that for me during this season is for me to go and travel outside the world and experience the world. Now, my childhood Christmas in Kwanga, I don't know, should I call it fun? Because I really was always looking forward to it. And this is reason number one. I always knew I'll get new shoes that I will also use to go to school in January. Because my mom would buy me shoes zenye ni za black. So you know I'm a kid, I don't know shit. So I used to look forward to having new shoes because every Christmas I had to be bought new shoes. That was number one. And then number two, lazima tungebaiwa nguo. So me that part of kubaiwa nguo was something because tungekosa kubaiwa nguo
didn't feel like
Ingebamba.
kwanza unaona 23rd imefika 24th my mom used to do it sometimes intentionally and I think sometimes she didn't have the money. We would go buy on 24th. I remember there was a time we were going to buy on that 24th. Tulikuwa tushanuna mimi na brother yangu. Tushasema sisi kesho hata tutatoka nje because kuna nguo. So, I mean, if you really wanted to break a child's heart that time, or my heart that time, was kose kunbengu. So my mom didn't even buy on that 24th. Wali amkiaga asubuhi 25th kwenda kubai nguo. Ndo akatuletea nguo. So ndo tukavaa baadaye. And another thing my parents used to do that was so exciting, especially my mom, to be honest, ni alikuwa anatupelekanga tao Uhuru Park and then tunachorwa, tunavaa balloon. Yeah, I mean that was really fun. Looking back, I'm like, right now I'm an adult, I can't do that. But I miss that child in me.
You can do a face paint. Nobody's
got to say I'm a clown.
We listen, we don't judge.
You listen, but you don't judge. Yes. So yeah, I feel like I miss that part of Iyo Kuchorwa. I would go to Uhuru Park. I mean, that was fun because it was not even expensive. And at that time, I didn't know of other things that would make me happier.
Like you were not
I felt like this was my world. Literally, because this is what I was exposed to. This was the best thing. And like right now when you're Ambia, say on December when people are going for holidays and you don't have shit. But you unataka kwenda ushago nasikia wewe anaenda Tanzania. Like yo, me I'm gonna be somewhere in Busia. I'm gonna be unaona inafanya you can't feel some type of way. Be like kwani mimi shida ni gani? Mimi naenda ushago, watu wanaenda, you know. So I feel for me this year I've been celebrating my Christmas all along has been with family. And I feel like this year I need to have it with other people. And that's why I was telling you I wanted to have a plan and just like have my peers, have friends around, and we do a barbecue and call it a day, you know? Because I feel like I've gone home too many times to be with my mom and my brothers, and so it's about time I break that and start. Now I want to start my own culture. And for me, I'm not really celebrating Jesus being born on this day. For me, it's more like it's been a year almost coming to an end, and I'm dedicating this day to people I'm considering family, because part of the things I was doing this year, nilikuwa nasema I'm forming friendships, because I feel like I'm at an age where now sitaki kuform urafiki zingine za ufala ways. Na feel nime grow to that extent. I intentionally want to be intentional with people that I'm getting
involved with.
Involved with, that's the word. I almost said entangled. So it is involved with. So basically I want to be intentional with the friendships I'm forming, because kuna vitu mob nime outgrow, kuna friendships nime outgrow, so I was building friendship from scratch. Unaona, part of the things I was doing is building friendship from scratch. So ndo nilikuwa nasema if I can bring these people together on that 25th or 24th or 26th or 1st of this 2025,
or even the 3 days, 25th.
or even the 3 days, I don't mind. We could do the 3 days ikifuatana, it's still okay. Would be nice for me, and I would have built a culture. Probably next year, since itakuwa nimeanza, that can continue and continue and continue, something like that.
Wow, it's my turn. Too much nostalgia, bro. I'm a village boy, born and bred in Busia County.
Oh, nice.
So for me, I have a lot to say, because our Christmas was starting like a week to the D-Day, you get. First thing is this: you have to visit your grandma. We call her Tata Aman Ites also. Tata was where we will go to visit her, and we'll go with the Christmas shopping. In return, she will gift you kulikuwa na jogo, kulikuwa na ndizi na nyama ile imechomwa, like imechomwa, so ikakuwa preserved, inaweza last for a week or two. So all you just need is to warm it. Una warm tu na hiyo moto, una get. So Christmas yetu ingeanza hivyo, mnajipanga, mnaenda, mnapeleka shopping ya yenye atatumia Christmas, then yata gift back. Now when jetting back home, kuna wale makazini wamekam, of course.
Umesema jetting. Ujaluo itakuwa
Amesema jetting.
When passing back, when using a bag.
Ukirudi is jetting.
Kiongozi hapa ana jet.
Ukirudi. Ukisafiri.
So akishakuja, and now the family is kind of big. Now that's when you start celebrating. Kuku zitachinjwa hapo hivyo, unazihesabiki. Of course mshanunuliwa tunguo hapo hivyo, kila mtu ako sorted. So ni kukula, na hiyo siku ya Christmas lazima mwende church. After kwenda church mtarudi home. Mkule. Baada ya kula, we're not from the city, so we have to create a city in the village, you get? Kulikuwa na zile places to clubs to where entry kulikuwa na zile stamp unapigwa hapa hivi. So hizo stamps zilikuwa I think 10 bob or something. So ensure by the time Christmas inafika, you have at least 100 bob ya kujispoil na kuspoil pia na mpoa wako kama uko nayo. Mimi siko
nayo. Alchemists, they need to stop that behavior, because they still do stamps on people.
So kulikuwa na hiyo stamp. Back in the days, we don't do that.
Ndio niko hapo kwa ati so na deni yako. Ilikuwa back in the days.
Back in the days, because what are you going to buy? You're just going to buy a quincha was around. No, it was a quincha. Ukana ile quincha ndogo hivi.
Ilikuwa how much?
Ilikuwa kama katuni.
So,
kwa life ni nini?
Ukishabai quincha, kuna biskuti, kuna auto to ball gum, tuko na tu nini players unaweza stick up hivi then unatoa una Ronaldo uko na Kaka unaona uko na shape na share kitu
Wana mimi I know this thing.
exactly so that was so enjoyable so kitu ilikuwa inanikapcha sana before muamke kuna wale the aunties the elder cousins walikuwa wanarauka kupika sasa so hiyo unaamka kitu 6:30 hapo because you have to prepare earlier church atwendi leo kusumbuana ni mass moja by around 10-11 kila mtu aende unakaa uko na best church shuka naye mwende mpige sherehe alafu kila mtu aende zake maraka so ilikuwa ngaiva I mean when I check back what was happening back then honestly I missed that because it was so beautiful. We used to interact with so many people. Unaenda huko unaunda beshte mnapatana huyu tunasoma naye umepatana na villa kulikuwa na club fulani ilikuwa inaitwa villa kulikuwa na villa kulikuwa na border palace so you'll go there mnacheza because kuna DJ you know Busia tunapakana na Uganda so hizo ngoma manze unajua ngoma za Uganda tu mostly zina sound car radio so you people dance to those music up to late to inafika time mnaanza kutafutwa sasa mzazi akazile za imefika 7 hey muonekani amko boma nyinyi bado nakunywa kwenta uko na gate
sio kwenja kubusia
so mlikuwa mna dance hizo ngoma because sisi tulikuwa tunaingia mapema then wale wakubwa wetu sasa ndo nakuita ku trans night market wale sasa wako kwa 18 plus wanakuita wale wako wale wamebalehe venye amesema so wanakuja late so sisi tunaingia mapema ukiona stamp so ilikuwa tu wewe hustle yako make sure uko na at least so hiyo so venye utapata of course mzazi atakupea ulikuwa unapiga hustle zako chini ya baba kama ni kuuza mahindi kama ni kukuza kuni una get we come from the bush area so kuni ilikuwa mingi unatengeneza I mean I just have to be honest
we listen but we don't
ilikuwa mrokote
zile
hapo umevuna mnaenda mnaokota mahindi hiyo kwetu ilikuwa inaitwa in Kikuyu Kireio so it's unaokota after watu wamevuna naenda unauza alafu inapimwa na kilo so hiyo kilo so unasema kutafuta na ielewa vizuri
because so kupata so ilikuwa
unasikia kilo moja inauzwa 12 bob kama 18
because back in the days do ilikuwa na value sana so ukiona so umeisort kila kitu so the strict part ilikuanga mzazi akupate kwa nyumba by 7 ikifika hapo hivyo kama hujafika kwa nyumba it's war hiyo nayo washa declare because hakuna venye giza itakupata nje bana kwani wewe ni nani ipo masio hapo na kubahatisha when it comes to this they never entertain they never compromise
so compete na moon
so I remember there's this at some point our elder sister alikuja akaenda missing ina nasema tu hiyo siku nalitafuta na nilipigwa vibaya na kutoka hiyo siku hakuna mtu amai mess na hiyo ndio ilikuwa Christmas ile yenyewe tunasema tulijibamba na tukavukadi mipaka so mimi Christmas ilikuwa ile ushago hata hii nitaenda home I just have to be It was so nostalgic, and I just miss them days because we made friends, we made bonds, we made memories that can never be erased from my head. And ndo nasema hata watu wa siku hizi ni kama wajibambi na Christmas. But now what has changed is because we've just become adults. Now you have to step in the shoe that probably your parent was there. So saizi si ndio wajomba, and then so now the uncle.
Ile design unasikia watu hata ukienda kwa neighbor wenyu ule anko tu anakuaga tu.
You are the uncle.
Mama ni ngumu sisi. Sasa akiingia alikuja sema ni 25th, si ndio? Alikuja 25th asubuhi akiwa mle. Sasa una realize grow, now you are seeing people your age are those characters.
Yes.
Now it flips your perspective for sure.
Kwanza when you are that uncle. Now you're the uncle who's coming drunk.
Yes. This meme that has been going around, you know, most of us have run away with the quote, the phrase that, you know, me, I came from a humble background, you know, I didn't make it, you know, where I came, family, there was, so now we are the family, so we are the back. Because we are all enjoying our mouths kila mahali. Ati wakati wote walikuwa wanang'ang'ania shamba, babangu alikuwa anapendana, now you are here. Now people will be asking, Aziad, when Aziad was dancing, when Tile Park Bro was dancing, where were you? Yani babangu ange dance.
Baba ndio akigrab land, babangu alikuwa wapi? Sasa ni Tile Park Bro
alikuwa dance.
But the story of grab land, you know, it's something. The crazy part is my grandfather. He was actually literally
among those who grabbed.
Not those who grabbed. That's the question I want to ask, because my grandfather actually was the vice mayor of Nairobi.
Wow.
So nashindua alikujaje, alikosaje kugrab land.
Let me tap on their neck.
You're tapping on the wrong. He grab land.
Itabidi you dance TikTok.
Grab land. So no, that's my question, because what wengine
fungua YouTube channel.
You can look at photos and you're seeing him with nani etaje boda wenye Kenyatta. Unashindwa kwa nini alikuwa na dunini?
Unaona vile polisi na dunini kama umejam. Hivyo ni watu wengi alikuwa tu anapata dai kwa
alikuwa na mapoti.
Wewe na video migrant gava ushike hizo shamba.
Na afro.
Anauliza konto tu kwa ndani.
Bana anaanza kudhulumu. Sasa anasema kudhulumu. Wazazi wamedhulumiwa kila, lakini yeye sasa ndo atadhulumu wao. Acha pia mimi nibadilishe nianze kudhulumu.
So those were beautiful days. Then kulikuwa na hizi kesha, overnight prayers and celebration. Azikuwa zile serious like I'm from a Christian family, so ni hivyo tu. Kulikuwa na tule competitions to a drama. Now you're the Yesu, you're the Peter mwenye amekana.
Wakati ulisema hapa ati Yesu wangekuwa Yesu tunamjua si wote wangechaguliwa ni Yesu ni nani? Cheki sasa
Sikie. Uko kwetu mimi ndio live skin jo.
ndio muumba kweli.
Yesu ni kwa Yesu. So
kuogana hizo mnakutana jioni. Mostly I don't know what happened back in the days, but because hizo occasion ama some few days towards Christmas kuogana mwezi. Kuogana homa kuogana nini hizo steam ama nini street lights kuogana the moonlight.
Kuandana watu na mtoto.
So your moonlight, hey, I mean, the village was so beautiful, bro. Because mngepatana kulikuwa na hizo, I can sing, right? Kulikuwa na hizo ngoma za sikuku. And then, of course, the peers will respond. So situjaribu. I mean, you'll be singing the whole week hadi venye hiyo siku itafika. So after hizo ngo, after mmezunguka mnajipata pia zile it's like you're chanting as you rotate the village or the homesteads, because now watu wao wamefunga shule, watu wao hajapatana sana. This is the best time. Mkishamaliza hivyo mnaenda church kidogo hadi around midnight, mnarudi kudoze kungojea keroma kesho asubuhi. Kesho mjibambe, mkule, mwende dunda kidogo na mademu wenu wale walikuwa nao. I just started fornicating the other day. I can explain, but not now. So those were so beautiful moments that I really cherish. I mean, my childhood was solid, and I can't regret. And that's why I'm still shooting the African boy content. Get me on YouTube, bro.
Hata niulize swali a bit unrelated, just because content yako ni African. Kuna kuagana hii different types of Luo people, right? Ni which part of Luo inakuaga na light skin Luos? Is it Siaya or Migori? I'm not sure. And I would want to know what's the story behind having like some part of Waluo ndo wanakuaga weupe. If you know, that is.
Point blank, I'm not a Luo. I'm an Iteso. Many people confuse me with Luo. But I also have a Luo name. My other name is English. And the English, of course, its language. So I think the few Luos that have interacted, mostly I think they were Homa Bay. Na Kisumu, they're a bit lighter. Wale wame interact na Wakisi wakapiga collab.
Okay. Well, I think kama kwa comments watu wako na better facts.
Wanaweza tuambia.
I almost forgot to say, bro, bonfires, man.
Bonfire.
Singing around a bonfire. That's the best part.
Oh yeah. Unajua ukiita bonfire, tulikuwa tunaita bonfire, tulikuwa kuni zinawaka. Tuashe moto. Na mabaruti.
Baruti in fact hata by the fire kama culture ya Nairobi. Like ocha kwetu I never saw
kucheza zile balloons za kuchagua unaangukia tu kidogo
fireworks inakuwa more of like a New Year's thing more. It's more prone to happen in New Year's.
Which reminds me, sijui kama Christmas yenu kaa kwetu, one of the things we wanafanya, I think nimesikia umemention enye some kids wanashikana wanaenda wakiimba ngoma kwa wasi alafu mnawapea do. So wapea do atapiga kelele hapo haendi. But nowadays the last two Christmases, because I think sijawasikia, I think that culture died down. Plus village wase wakigrow wanaenda Nairobi, so nobody is left doing that culture.
That's true. Oh, is that the reason why Umadhi anakuwa parliament very vocal? Alisema people keep saying that in the village there are no youths, there are no Gen Zs, so watu wamebaki village ni mayuthi wenye wako Nairobi.
If you saw that lady when alisema sisi ndio chenzi wa anakoga mpokoti sawa ile chapa ngwengwe na mtu wa changa ruto masko ndio ukipata kuyeke hapo, it's funny. I find that chick to be very funny.
But Kenya is fun, we can all admit. Yes. Every day there's always one person.
For sure, there's always
there has to be something silly.
Humanity is just amazing, like because when you look at characters, for example, like the characters that we have even in Kenya, they exist in other nations.
Yeah. Because imagine someone is being interviewed on TV and they're like, niruhusu kwanza nipige duru. Why?
And then these are the guy takuvinya. Serikali inafanya kazi. Ambia serikali kupe kazi. Mimi niko na kazi.
I love how we give details. You know, it's like that lady mwenye sijui alikuwa bado anapeana interview and then she's like, mimi vile walikuja mimi nikasikia tu kuku. Nikaona kiwa tabeo.
Ana demonstrate. Kwani niko hichi? It's crazy.
Na ana passport.
Okay, it's always that one unexpected viral moment.
Yeah.
It gives you so much joy hata uwezi amini.
And then the most recent one, the Mishevele, ati kijana akafanya sabu ya minus.
Akamuuliza papa. Nimehood Mishevele. Nataka hiyo. Nimeshaka sana. You know the funny thing that video has trended recently. It's an older video. Imekuwa.
Yeah. That's why they say don't delete any of your videos. Because one day you'll be 40 and then they go pick one of the videos you did that you never imagined it would ever go.
It's like the guy for Pepe Julian. Like people are like, why this guy is just discovering that he's famous right now because nobody has seen him on the internet being active, but right now he's so active. So umseme kwa trend for so long, so you want to take advantage of the trend.
Ojama, I think kuna mtu alimwambia bana capitalize.
Capitalize.
One thing I remember about Christmas for me, one memory. Ni kuhara. We na kushona, kufura tumbo. Wacha nikwambie. Kuna Christmas fulani tulifanya makosa sisi wote kama familia. Hiyo I blame the adults in the room that day. Because me I had no power. Sasa first of all ujue kwa hii sekta ya kiroma wewe unakula kenye unapewa. So hii day nakumbuka wazee wakiangaliana wakasema mtura ya home haislapingi kama ya street but inakuwaga in plenty. So wakaiboil tu vizuri, it was hygienically done. Then somebody came with an idea akasema hii mtura tukule na damu. Alafu makosa kubwa walifanya walikuwa na dip in raw blood. So mimi naona my grandfather anachukua nyama anaweka kwa damu na sema this is what manhood is. Kula na damu. Mimi nikasiaga nyama.
Ulikuwa na kwa damu directly na
hiyo damu imechinjwa iko kwa sufuria. Kwa tunaweka direct. Haikuboiliwa.
Kwani
inafanga iboiliwe. Ikiboiliwa then inakuwa part, it's now safer, right? But tuliamua tuifanye kama Wamasai. Wamasai pia hao wanakuwa na design zao. Alafu tuna vitu wana treat nazo zenye maybe haujui. Sasa tukaamua tufanye hivyo kienyeji. Everything was fine. Until mimi nikajisikia ghafla bin vu saa 4:30 ya usiku
na nile uwezi shikilia beli.
Sasa hiyo tumbo yako inakuambia ni either wewe utoke ama mimi nitoke. So you too. Mimi nimeamka bio
bali unakimbia.
Buda naenda napata toy iko na line. Why all niggas awake though? Afira ninatoka peke yangu unapata wasame japo kwa choo. Kila mtu wenye wanangoja kwa choo wako huko wameinama wanakaa na mastingo deadly ndio wasiachilie. Mimi nikaona hapa siwezi kuandika. Nikasema mimi na hii shamba Mungu alitupatia. This shamba that my grandfather worked so hard for. Nilienda hapo my friend hata sikuwa na tissue. Buda nyasi.
Hata paka haiwezi ruka.
We listen, we don't.
We listen, but we don't judge.
I hope my brother won't kill me for this. That's the funniest part. This dude was also fed the same meat, but he was a kid. Now he couldn't move out. Subuhi wazee wameteseka, hakuna mtu anakumbuka kuna kuoga na mtoto kwa hii Kenya. Acha tuone tuangalie mtoto. Alikisaidia. Oh my god. Hata hangeweza kutoka, like ni mtoto. So yeye
kwani mlipata ndio mtoto?
Mnapata pia ni dawa.
So acha nikwambie sisi ni kuangaje hoja, and you can attest to this. Kama kweli kuna watu wengi ile design watu hiyo wame crowd around their wanakuaga like nipe unampea. So venye tu unafanya
kwanza unakapea juu ni Christmas.
Hata kunaga maswali mingi
na bia kuteremsha.
Safisha hiyo kitanda hadi tuko nikimwambia man don't kill me. It was just funny. The whole grown ass man now.
Yeah, ilikuwa crazy.
Tulikuwa tunakula
nao
soda, biscuit, nyama, ugali, nini zote, alafu
tumbo
unaamka asubuhi unafanya
Christmas if you're not belching.
yenyewe
Christmas imekonga tu kwa news stuffs. Unataka tumbo iko mbele
kama mawe.
Like one day for us to just accept being barbaric and wild. So too crazy, like the things that you wouldn't do. That's why when people drink more than they shouldn't, eat more than they shouldn't.
I'm like, cause New Year's. Years is abused.
So listening to your amazing stories has taken us back. Mmesema nostalgic. Ama ni aje na pronounce
nostalgia.
Nostalgia. So guys, if you've enjoyed any of these stories, what are you waiting for to subscribe? You know some of you are funny. You watch videos, you are enjoying them, you are laughing back unaweka miguu juu. But you forget to subscribe. Because how can someone have more views than the number of subscribers, you know? So basically, if you've enjoyed this episode, we are kindly asking you to please subscribe and turn on that notification button. Don't keka tu video hivi pop. You're among the first people to watch the video, and don't forget to comment. Commenting goes a long way for us because it basically tells YouTube that the video has interaction and it sends it to more and more people. And also don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends as well. Waambie uko na mbogi fulani na following pale YouTube, they beat amazing stories, and you'd want them basically to also watch the videos as well and enjoy. So now wadi ya mwisho tukienda ukiwakumbusha social media handles where they can find you as we wrap up in the next 2 minutes. We can start now from Wes.
I've had fun. Imenipeleka mbali na Chris, nimecheka. So if you've enjoyed, please make sure you subscribe to his channel, Unfiltered.
Podcast.
The Unfiltered podcast, and make sure umesubscribe. Kuna haja ati 70% have not subscribed. Anyway, my name is Wesley Jeff. Na pia mimi niko na YouTube channel. Go follow it. It's Life on Levels. I tell stories, I have conversations with people, and I also do social conversations like this.
Alright, Dennis Raj, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Nikifungua YouTube channel, I'll let you know. But meanwhile, enjoy your Christmas and subscribe to these people's. No, these good people. Subscribe, haina mbio. Just click the button. Na hailipishwi ni free. Free. And it's all good.
Yeah. I really had a good time, by the way. It was good having a conversation with all of you people. It was really amazing. So for those who don't know me yet, Derek did. That's my Instagram handle. TikTok, yeah, same. And also, what else is there? Facebook.
I am on Facebook.
Yeah. So Derek did across all handles, yeah. And one word that I'll leave you guys with is actually all of us, yeah. Let's normalizing anomalies. Like, and that's just my thing, yeah.
Oh, this is just a village guy again. I really appreciate because I've had a very good moment. For so long I've not laughed like this.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful when men come together and share their stories, their memories. I really appreciate that for the chance and tagging me along in this episode. Keep subscribing to his channel as well. You can hit me up as well on my socials and tell me Eli all over. Till we meet next time, bro.
This was amazing. I'm not gonna cap. This was fun. Interacting with your niggas, you know, you realize you're not that different for people when you talk with people. It was nice. It was a great nostalgia. I'm not gonna cap. On my socials, it's KC Simba, Instagram King Simba, YouTube. You can listen to KC Simba, but it's still cooking. Bado napiga kishefa people. But yeah,
It's coming.
show love. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
You're weird if you don't subscribe.
You're weird. You're weird if you don't subscribe. Mimi nimefurahia sana guys. I appreciate all of you, each one of you. I share different relationships with each one of you. And I really appreciate the fact that you honored my invite. Lordia did. We've wanted to do this for 3 weeks now. Yeah, Raj here. Wes, someone I was looking up to. I still do because this guy is connected. I still look up to him. And now Simba himself here, an amazing guy. Temi, we go also way back. So I have had an amazing show. I've never done one like this before. So you see, it's a new experience for me, and I believe for each one of you as well. And I hope you had a good time. And when we do another episode together again, when I invite you guys over, I hope you come. So that you remember the fun and the good times you had to bring you back over. So I hope you guys subscribe and turn on the notification button. But just before we leave, I want our guys to do what?
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.